This is the story of a man who spent most of his life thinking about what other people thought of him, until one day he stopped. And that day, everything changed. His name was Zain. From the outside, he looked like a normal person. He spoke politely, dressed neatly, and followed every rule society expected him to follow. But inside, his mind was never quiet. Every decision he made passed through one filter first. What will people think? If he wore something new, he wondered if others would judge him. If he spoke in a group, he replayed his words again and again in his head. If he made a mistake, even a small one, it stayed with him for days. At night, while the world slept, his thoughts became louder. He would lie in bed, staring at the ceiling, thinking about conversations that had already ended, imagining what people might have thought of him, criticizing himself for things no one else even noticed. Over time, this habit became a prison. He stopped trying new things because he was afraid of failing in front of others. He stopped sharing his opinions because he feared being judged. He avoided opportunities, avoided risks, avoided attention, not because he couldn't do those things, but because he was afraid of how people would see him. His life slowly became smaller, safer, but smaller. He watched others move forward, take chances, speak freely, and deep inside he wanted the same. But every time he tried, that voice came back. What will people think? And just like that, he would step back again. One day, he got an opportunity at work, a chance to lead a small project. It wasn't something huge, but it mattered. His manager believed in him. "You can do this," he said. But Zain wasn't thinking about the opportunity. He was thinking about the risk. What if I fail? What if people laugh? What if I make a mistake in front of everyone? For days he overthought it. He imagined every possible negative outcome, every criticism, every judgment. And finally, he said no. He walked away from the opportunity. That night, he sat alone in his room, the same ceiling, the same thoughts, but this time, something felt different. There was a heaviness inside him, not just from fear, but from regret. He realized something painful. He wasn't losing because he lacked ability. He was losing because he was afraid of opinions that might not even exist. Days turned into weeks, and that feeling didn't go away. Then one evening, something unexpected happened. Zain was sitting in a small cafe, lost in his thoughts, when he overheard a conversation at the next table. Two men were talking about someone else. They laughed, criticized, judged, and then within minutes they changed the topic and forgot about it completely. Zain sat there quietly, and for the first time, he noticed something. People talk, people judge, but they also forget. The things he had been holding in his mind for days, weeks, months, didn't matter to anyone else as much as they mattered to him. That realization stayed with him. Later that night, he asked himself a simple question. If people are not thinking about me as much as I think they are, then why am I holding myself back? That question didn't give him instant confidence, but it gave him something more important: awareness. The next day, he decided to try something small, not something big, just one small step. He spoke up in a meeting. His voice wasn't perfect, his words weren't perfect, but he spoke, and something surprising happened. Nothing. No one laughed. No one judged him. The meeting moved on. Life continued, but inside him, something shifted. For the first time, he saw the gap between his fear and reality. Encouraged by this, he tried again and again. Each time the fear was still there, but it was weaker, because now he had proof that his mind had been exaggerating everything. Slowly, he started doing things he had avoided for years. He shared his ideas. He tried new opportunities. He made mistakes, but didn't punish himself for them. And with every step, something inside him became lighter. The voice that once controlled him started fading. One day, he stood in front of a mirror and realized something strange. He felt free, not because the world had changed, but because he had changed. He no longer needed everyone's approval to feel okay. He no longer measured his worth through other people's opinions. He understood something that most people spend their whole lives trying to learn. People will always think something, no matter what you do. If you stay quiet, they will judge you. If you speak up, they will judge you. If you succeed, they will judge you. If you fail, they will judge you. So if judgment is unavoidable, why let it control your life? That day, Zain didn't become fearless, but he became free. Free from overthinking, free from imaginary criticism, free from the prison he had built in his own mind. And from that day forward, he started living, not perfectly, but honestly, not fearlessly, but freely. Because true freedom doesn't come when people stop judging you. It comes when you stop caring about their judgment. And maybe that is the moment your real life begins. If this story made you realize something, share it with someone who overthinks too much. And tell me in the comments how much of your life is controlled by what others might think. And if you want more stories like this that help you break mental barriers and take control of your life, make sure to subscribe, because sometimes the only thing standing between you and freedom is a thought you decided to believe.